They're three of NASCAR's most exciting young stars.
It's time to turn it up.
Each at a different step on the way to the same target.
Keep putting it to him, buddy.
Becoming the biggest names in their sport.
Oh, yeah, I love you guys.
Carson Hocevar just threw a curve at NASCAR that no one saw coming, and the garage is buzzing. A 21-year-old jumped the line, skipped a whole tier, and now the sport is staring straight at him. Everyone wants to know if this move crowns a new star or lights a fuse. NASCAR just dropped something massive. Starting November 17th through 21st, 2025, a brand new 5-episode docuseries called Rising hit NASCAR's YouTube channel, and it's unlike anything we've seen before. Every night at 7 p.m. Eastern Time, fans get a new episode that goes behind the scenes with three of the sport's most exciting young talents. This isn't your typical polished PR content. We're talking raw footage, real emotions, and unfiltered access to the highs and lows of professional racing. NASCAR Studios teamed up with Words Plus Pictures, the same production company that brought us NASCAR Full Speed and Super Slash Man, the Christopher Reeve story, to create something truly special. So who are the stars of this show? Meet 22-year-old Carson Hocevar from the Cup Series, 20-year-old Jesse Love, who just won the Xfinity Series championship, and 23-year-old Rajah Caruth from the Craftsman Truck Series. The series, presented by Craftsman, follows these three throughout their entire 2025 season, capturing everything from victories and crashes to tears of joy and tears of pain. This is the real deal, folks. Behind-the-scenes cameras documented their intertwining journeys, showing us what it really takes to make it in NASCAR. Let's talk about Hocevar, because this guy's story is absolutely wild. He's not your typical NASCAR up-and-comer, and here's why. Most drivers work their way up through the ranks, spending years in the Truck Series, then moving to Xfinity, and finally, if they're good enough, making it to the Cup. Hocevar? He looked at that ladder and said, "I'm taking the express elevator." At just 21 years old, he made the leap from Truck Series straight to Cup, completely bypassing Xfinity. That's like skipping your junior year and going straight to the pros. And the crazy part? It actually worked. In his 2024 rookie season, he captured Sunoco Rookie of the Year honors with 6 top 10 finishes. Not bad for a kid who took the biggest risk of his career. But Hocevar's racing story goes way back. Growing up in Portage, Michigan, he wasn't just a casual fan. This kid was obsessed. He'd create stop-motion animations of die-cast cars racing around homemade tracks. It was more than just playing with toys. It was a love affair with the sport that would eventually become his career. By the time he was 6 years old, he was racing quarter midgets. And here's where it gets impressive. By age 12, Hocevar had already won 55 national races. That's more than any driver in United States Auto Club history. Let that sink in. At 12, he was already rewriting record books. His winning didn't stop there either. In 2020, he won the prestigious Winchester 400, a hugely popular late model event that's considered one of the toughest races to win. He made select starts in the ARCA Menard Series and the Truck Series between 2019 and 2020, mostly on short tracks since he was too young to compete on the bigger circuits. Then came his first major breakthrough. In April 2023, Hocevar scored his first career victory at Texas Motor Speedway in the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series. His most recent National Series win came in May 2025 at Kansas Speedway, also in the Truck Series. Now let's dive into his 2025 Cup Series season, because this is where things get really interesting. Hocevar drives the number 77 Chevrolet for Spire Motorsports, and his sophomore season was a roller coaster. He finished 23rd in the final standings with 702 points across 36 races. The numbers tell an interesting story. He scored 1 pole position at Texas Motor Speedway, had 2 top 5 finishes, and 9 top 10 finishes. His best finish was second place, which he achieved twice. First at Atlanta Motor Speedway on February 23rd, where he started 26th and drove all the way to second. Then again at Nashville Super Speedway on June 1st, another incredible drive from 26th to 2nd. His average finish was 21.58 with an average starting position of 17.6. He led 122 laps throughout the season out of 8,895 total laps, running 92.85% of all laps. But it wasn't all smooth sailing. Hocevar had 8 DNFs, including multiple engine failures at Homestead, Charlotte, and Daytona in August. He had accidents at Phoenix, the Chicago Street Race, and Las Vegas in October. There was a fuel pressure problem at the Daytona 500 and handling issues at Dover. These are the growing pains of a young driver learning to navigate the most competitive series in motorsports. Some of his standout performances really showed what he's capable of. At Talladega Superspeedway in April, he started 28th and finished 6th, leading 3 laps. He did it again at Talladega in October, charging from 32nd to 6th. At Bristol Motor Speedway in September, he finished 7th and led 26 laps. He had solid runs at Iowa Speedway with an 8th place finish, 9th at Darlington in August, and 10th place finishes at Atlanta in June and Indianapolis in July. At the All-Star race in North Wilkesboro, he won the qualifying race, starting 2nd and taking 1st place, leading an impressive 46 laps, though he finished 11th in the main event. The real challenge for Hocevar now isn't just about raw speed. He's got that. The challenge is about evolution. He's known for his aggressive driving style, that competitive edge that helped him succeed early, but now he needs to balance that aggression with the maturity required to become a true championship contender. It's about picking your battles, knowing when to push and when to be patient. That's the difference between being a fast driver and being a champion. When asked about being part of the rising docuseries, Hocevar shared something really personal. Ultimately, you always want to show people more of the insights and everything, he explained. I remember as a kid buying every DVD I could find of mini docs. I think Casey Connie had one, Tony Stewart had one, Dale Jr. had plenty. And obviously, Dale Sr. had a lot of them. So yeah, that's what made me a fan, or just kept me in racing. So the more we can do of that as a sport is big, and for me to be a part of it, I think, is super cool. You can hear the genuine excitement in his words. He's living the dream he watched on those DVDs as a kid. California has its own incredible story. He started racing at age 5, and by 15, he was making history with back-to-back ARCA Menard Series West Championships. He captured the National ARCA title in 2023, then made his Xfinity Series debut in 2024, finishing 8th in points and winning Rookie of the Year. This year, he took it to another level, upsetting his good friend Connor Zeilish to win the Xfinity Series Championship at Phoenix Raceway. When he's not behind the wheel of his Richard Childress Racing Chevrolet, Love is surfing, wakeboarding, or DJing. Rising gives us something NASCAR fans have been craving: real, unfiltered access to the next generation. No corporate speak, no carefully crafted PR messages. Just 3 young drivers chasing their dreams, facing challenges, celebrating victories, and dealing with the crushing disappointments that come with professional racing. You can watch the entire series on NASCAR's YouTube channel, with episodes available at 7 p.m. Eastern Time throughout the week of November the 17th to 21st, 2025, with words plus pictures track record of creating compelling sports documentaries. This series is shaping up to be must-watch content for any racing fan. Carson Hocevar's journey from that kid in Michigan, making stop-motion racing videos, to a Cup Series driver proving he belongs at the highest level, is exactly the kind of story that reminds us why we love this sport.